Thanksgiving is upon us, and it's absolutely one of my favorite holidays, hands down. There's just a unique feeling to this holiday that you don't get on other days. It's not as commercialized as other holidays, and with Black Friday creeping in on Thursday, they're definitely trying to change that. To me, Thanksgiving, though, is about getting together with family, eating food you wouldn't normally eat, and maybe watching a football game or something if you're into that sort of thing.
Crab cakes and football! That's what Maryland does!
Thanksgiving is sandwiched between two of the most popular holidays in Halloween and Christmas, so I feel like a lot of times it gets overlooked. That includes in Hollywood, where in my opinion, there just aren't enough movies that are distinctively connected to the holiday. You may have a movie that has individual scenes that take place on Thanksgiving, or has an overarching theme of possibly family get-togethers. But when the question arises, what are some good Thanksgiving movies, there are no undeniable answers that you could easily point to and say, yup, that's my go-to Thanksgiving movie. There simply are no distinctive Thanksgiving movies. I made my own personal tradition of watching The Godfather around Thanksgiving. There's nothing that directly links The Godfather to the holiday. It's just me attempting to create a tradition where there isn't one. If you Google Thanksgiving movies, you do get some results. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is probably the most obvious answer, and is the movie most directly connected to the holiday. It features a character trying to get home to his family on Thanksgiving, and all the obstacles he faces along the way. Son of a Woman is another movie that takes place over Thanksgiving. It features a young college student looking after a blind former lieutenant colonel in the US Army. Sounds easy enough, but Al Pacino's Frank character is a complete dick and makes the kid take him on a trip to New York unexpectedly.
Tits!
I also saw Rocky on the list, and there is a Thanksgiving scene in Rocky, but I definitely wouldn't say the movie defines the holiday or anything like that.
That's right, it stinks!
Then we have Son-in-Law, Home for the Holidays, Grumpy Old Men, Addams Family Values, Knives Out, and Beethoven were all listed as Thanksgiving movies on Google. And while all those movies might have a Thanksgiving feel to them in some aspect, none of them really form a direct connection to Thanksgiving, at least in my brain. I also want to point out that every single holiday gets a horror movie and usually a slasher movie at one point or another. The closest thing that I could find was Thanksgiving, which I have to be honest, I've never seen it before, but based on the premise alone, it doesn't sound like a very good movie at all. A possessed turkey terrorizes 5 college students during Thanksgiving break. Yeah, that's a pass for me. There was a fake trailer during Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez's Grindhouse. The trailer was called Thanksgiving and it was directed by Eli Roth. It featured a slasher dressed as a pilgrim going around beheading people in a small town. It drew inspiration from many of the holiday slashers that we've become accustomed to, such as Halloween or April Fool's Day. It would have been twistedly awesome to see Eli Roth's vision come to life, but it never really came to be, and that's pretty sad. Roth said he chose Thanksgiving because it seemed like the only holiday that didn't get a slasher movie when that whole craze was happening.
Prepare to have the stuffing scared out of you. Thanksgiving.
So why is Thanksgiving overlooked by Hollywood? Maybe they just don't see the holiday as being marketable. Why bother with Thanksgiving when the movie juggernaut known as Christmas is right around the corner? Yeah, that's just what we need, another fucking Fred Claus. I personally think that Thanksgiving offers more cinematic potential than it typically gets credit for. What's more dramatic than relatives getting together and arguing after they haven't seen each other for a while?
Fuck you!
What's more comedic than someone's drunk uncle making a scene and bragging about his glory days?
It's my house. You know what it is? And if you don't like it, you get the fuck out.
What's more horrific than millions of turkeys being slaughtered and their delicious carcasses being put on display as we rip chunks of their flesh away and stuff our fat fucking faces with it? Bottom line, I think it's time for creative people to start recognizing Thanksgiving in their work. All it takes is one classic Thanksgiving movie to inspire Hollywood to make millions of copycats that they can profit off of. And just like that, Thanksgiving could be the new holiday movie cinematic juggernaut. So much so that Tim Allen himself is going to want to dress up like a turkey, and I'm sure hilarity will ensue.
Yeah, turkey's funny that way.
Just do it, Hollywood. You'll thank me later. So do you have any Thanksgiving movie traditions, whether they make sense or not? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications, and thank you for watching. And above all else, happy Thanksgiving. Peace out.